Hi, today we will learn about 3D modeling with the help of AutoCAD 2023. Before starting the 3D modeling, in my last class, we were facing some issues with the text style. Today we will try to find out what was the problem which we were facing and try to find out the solution for the same. So before starting that, first of all, we have to start our AutoCAD. Last time we were trying to put some text onto our rectangle, but due to some issues or due to some settings we were not able to look out for the text which we were trying to post on the rectangle. So today, what we will do, we will do the same practice again, and we will find out why we were facing that issue during that class. So in order to do that, first of all, we will start a new 2D drawing in the same way like the way we did. And again, we create a rectangle. Before creating any rectangle, first of all, we see whether our units are proper or not. Check the precision for type. The length type will be decimal. Precision will be 0.2 decimal places. It is okay. Start in the rectangle. Just make a dimension of 10,800 is the width. And this is our rectangle. And what we'll do, we'll start a multi-line text here. Suppose we were trying to put bedroom here. Okay, now we'll click not on the line, we'll click outside the box. See, letter is there, but letter is not big enough. So what we'll do, we'll just select the text and go to the properties. With the help of the properties, we are able to see that the text style, text height, this text height, you can see the text height is 2.5. Okay, we can increase it to 20 and come out of this. Just close this. Now you can see your text style is completely visible. Okay, in the same way, if you want to put another text like 2 BHK bedroom set, and so again the same issues. And what you will do, you just select this thing and go to the quick properties. There is another option. We have one option called as a properties. We have another option called as a quick properties. Quick properties will focus only on the major aspect of the text. So in order to do that, you just increase the text size to 20, enter, and come on. Even you can increase the text size to 50 also. It will be quite big. So it's better we can make it to 25. That is okay. And in order to do it like that. If you want to change the placement of the text, you just select on it and move. Select on it and move to the desired location. In the same way, you can move this text to the desired location. Okay, in this way you can do. So what today's focus is not on to this, but I just wanted to show you guys that in the last class we were having some kind of issues with the text, so these kind of issues will not be there, and we should find out the solution as soon as possible before starting on the next problem. So we'll delete this thing, and right now we are into drafting and annotation workspace. As you can see with the help of the gear icon, We are into drafting and annotation. So before starting the 3D modeling practice, we have to go to the 3D modeling workspace with the help of the workspace switching. So as I already told you guys that for switching the workspace, you just have to click on the gear icon and change the 3D modeling. When you get into the 3D modeling, you will see bunch of your icons, new icons. In the modeling tab, you will see there are certain new options available like box. In box, there are certain options like box, cylinder, cone, sphere, pyramid, wedge, and torus. Okay. There is another option called as the extrude. In the extrude, you have extrude, loft, revolve, and sweep. And there are certain options which are called as a polysolid and the press pull command. Press pull command is basically extrude command, which works in the form of freehand. Okay, if you have a 2D cross section of something, then you can draw a solid object with the help of press pull command. There are certain options which are related to the mesh. Mesh is basically the approximation data of your model, 3D model. If you want to convert your 3D model into your standard tessellation language file, STL file, then you will come across that your file will be meshed in order to create your object. And your meshed file is completely an approximation of your 3D data. So in order to smooth your meshing, these options are available. So first option is smoothen the object. Smoothen the object what this option will do. This option will help you to smooth your object or smooth your meshing in order to get the exact data or the as close data as possible as compared to your 3D data. So meshing is basically the approximation of your CAD, and this meshed data is nowadays very much popular in finite element analysis and 3D printing domain, into which this meshed data is useful in creating your 3D part, as well as in the simulation field like finite element analysis and FEM, finite element method. So these mesh data contains, as you can see with the help of your the image which is open in front of you in the AutoCAD, there is a 3D CAD data in the form of yellow color file, and there is a red color file or the orange color file. You can say that is a meshed data. Meshed data is basically data which is in the form of a line. So these lines are interconnected together in order to create an approximated file of your 3D data. So in AutoCAD also there are certain options available in order to smooth your object, and for smoothing your object these particular options are available in the AutoCAD. Okay, so we'll see what are the different options available in meshing versus the smooth object. What exactly it does, converts a 3D object. As you can see, the name already suggests the 3D object to the mesh object. Correct. Second one is smooth more. Smooth more means it particularly increases the level of smoothness for the mesh objects by one level. Okay, it basically performs the smoothing operation on your mesh objects. And what is basically the meaning of smoothing? Smoothing, what exactly the meaning of smoothing is? Smoothing do only one thing, that increases the number of faces in the mesh, which results in the rounder object. Okay, as you can say, the definition is already represented on the screen of your AutoCAD. In the same way, there is another option called as the smooth less. It is just the exact replica of your smooth mode, but in the reverse form. If you are smoothing less means you are decreasing the number of faces. If you are decreasing the number of faces on the object, it means your meshing is much more rougher as compared to the smooth and more operation. Okay. And another command is, third command is mesh refine. This mesh refine command is basically useful to multiply the number of facets in the selected mesh objects or mesh faces. So refining a mesh object is simply means that if you are increasing the number of editable faces, if you are increasing the number of faces, it means you are refining your mesh. And what basically refining the mesh means, if you are increasing the number of facets into the into your object, it simply gives you much more freedom or much more control on the finer details of your object. If your object is having the much more finer details, it is much more approximated to your 3D CAD data. So these options are available in order to help in meshing. And there are certain solid editing options are available. Solid editing options such as first object is solid union. This object is basically useful if you are having two different objects, one object and second object fitted together. This option is basically useful when you are working with the assemblies. If you are having 3 or 4 parts which you want to group them together, so you can use this option as a solid or union option, in which you can combine all 4 or 3 objects together and make it as a one. So as you can see with the help of this image, there are 2 parts. One is in the form of a gray color and one is in the form of a green color. If you can use this option, you can combine this one and the second number of part together and make it as a red color part. Red color part will identify the solid or the union part. There is another option called as the interfere option. Interfere option is basically used to this option is basically useful in the 3D CAD data if you are having some kind of interference between the two sets of the selected models. So this option creates a 3D solid with the help of the interferences between the two sets of the 3D CAD data. Okay, if you are having two CAD data together, and if they are having some kind of interferences in between them, then with the help of those interferences, it can create a 3D solid CAD. There are certain options which are related to the edges, and these are as follows. First one is the extract edges. Second one is the imprint. Extract edges is basically for extracting the edges of the existing CAD. Imprint basically useful for imprinting your images on a, or it's like taking impression of the edges onto a particular surface. Color edges, you can color your edges with the help of this option. Copy edges, with the help of this option, you can copy your edges and move them from one place to another. There is another option called as a solid subset. Solid subset basically works in the just opposite way of the solid union. If you are having, let us suppose your two objects you are having, you want to create a part with the subtraction of these two, then you can use it with the you can make it with the help of this option. So if you are having one and the two, like one color is one part is in the form of a green color, one is in the form of a gray color, and the second is in the form of a green color, as you can see in front of your screen right now. And if you use this option, then it will create 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 means one is your bigger part, second is your smaller part. It will do the deduction of second number part from your first number part, and it will create a new object that is 1 minus 2. It's basically a solid substrate. Slice. Slice is basically a kind of a tool which is useful for creating a particular section or particular slice of a 3D model. Let us suppose if you are having a 3D model of 250 by 250 by 250, and you want to create a slice, or you want to create a section of 225 or 225 or 225, then with the help of this option you are able to do it, and you can make two different objects of size 225, 225 and 225 versus 25, 25 and 25. There are certain options which are related to faces. Initially, we were discussing something related to edges. Now we are discussing something related to faces. In this option, there are certain tools which are related to extrude faces. First one is extrude faces. Extrude faces, what exactly it used to do? If you want to extrude a particular face from one place to another, you can extrude it with the help of this option. Taper faces means if you want to create a taper on a particular face, you can do it with the help of this taper faces option. Move faces means if you want to move your particular face from one place to another, or from another place to a particular location, you can use it with the help of this move faces option. Copy faces, if you want to create a particular face and copy it to somewhere else, then you can do it with the help of this option. Offset face, if you want to offset your face from 1 mm or 2 mm or more than that, then you can create with the help of this offset faces option. Delete faces. Delete faces means if you want to delete some faces from your existing CAD model, you can delete it and copy some other face from one location to another location and union them together in order to create a solid object. This option is basically useful for creating the deleting, it's not for creating, this is for deleting the faces. If you want to rotate your faces by some particular angle like 45 degree or 90 degree, you can do it with the help of your rotate faces option. This option allows you to rotate faces with certain amount of angle. Color faces means you can create, you can fill color with the help of this option to your faces. You can fill your spaces with a particular color, or with the help of a gradient color option you are available in AutoCAD. These are the solid editing options which are available in the 3D modeling workspace. Again, as similar to the 2D drawing, another in the drawing panel of 3D modeling workspace, there are certain options available like polyline command. Similar to the 2D drawing, we have already discussed this one. 3D polyline. 3D polyline means you can create a 3D polyline with the help of this command. So there is a particular arc point available, the 3-point arc. All the arcs which are related to 2D drawing are available here, like 3-point arc, start, center and end arc, start, center and angle, start, center and length, start, end angle, start, end direction, start, end radius, center, start, end, center, start, angle, center, start, length, and continue type. So all these arcs we have already discussed in the 2D drawing. So we'll see how we can use them in the 3D modeling. Another option which we have is a spline option. We have discussed this spline option in the last class. After that hatch command we have discussed this spline and the spline CV control vertices command. Another command is a line command. Line command is basically, I think this is a simple line command. Polyline we have already given. Polyline and 3D polyline. Another command is a circle command. Sorry. In circle command we have center radius, center diameter, 2-point, 3-point, tangent radius, and tangent and tangent. There are 3 types. So total basically there are 3 categories of the circle. In 3 categories, in 3 different categories, each category is having 2 different type of circles. Similar to the one as we have seen in the 2D drawing. Again, we have a polygon command. Polygon command is also similar to the 2D drawing with an option of inscribed and the circumscribed. In inscribed, your polygon will be created inside of your circle. In circumscribed, your polygon will be created outside of your circle. Rectangle command, you are having, you can create your rectangle with the help of a polyline. In rectangle command, you don't have polygon command. Polygon command is completely separated in the separate command. So polygon command is not combined with the rectangle command. So rectangle command and the polygon command both are different together. In ellipse, we have center ellipse, axis and end, and elliptical arc. These are the options which we have already discussed in the 2D drawing. Now we see the modified panel of the 3D modeling workspace. Let's see what are the different kind of options are available in the 3D in the modify panel or the modify command. So first one is the 3D mirror. 3D mirror with the help of the 3D mirror option, you can mirror your object in the 3-dimensional space. Another option is a 3D move. With the help of 3D move option, you can move your particular object in the 3-dimensional space like an X, Y, and the Z direction. And there is one simple move command. A simple move command is available with the help of which you can move your part, move a particular object from in the 2D space like X, Y, YZ, or ZX plane. There is one command called as the copy command, which is similar to the drawing. Trim command we have. In the trim command we have the trim command and the extend command both together as compared to the similar to the drawing. And we have this new command called as a 3D align command. So with the help of the 3D align command, you can align your part in the 3-dimensional space. 3D rotate command and the 3D rotate command are completely different. In the rotate command, you are rotating your part in the 2-dimensional space, but in the 3D rotation command, you are rotating your part in the 3-dimensional space. So similarly, in this also, similarly to the move command, there is a rotation command which is quite similar to the 2D drawing command, which allow you to rotate your part in the 2-dimensional space. This is a stretch command. This allows you to stretch your part in the 2-dimensional space like X, Y, YZ, and the ZX. Now again, we have the fillet and the chamfer command as compared to the 2D drawing command, with the help of which you can give the fillet, chamfer, and the blend curves option on your 3D object. Okay, then you have erase command. This command is basically useful for erasing or deleting a particular section of your 3D model. 3D scale command basically allows you to scale your part in 3-dimensional space in order to make it bigger or in order to bring it down to the particular scale. And there is only a single scale option available. So 3D scale and the scale options, these are quite similar with the 2D drawing. Offset command, there is offset command. With the help of the offset command, you can offset your part from one location to another with a certain amount. Or if you want to offset faces, you can use the option of offset faces in the solid editing. Now we have array command also. In the rectangle array command, there are 3 types of the arrays: rectangular array, polar array, and the path array. Now, after completing the modifying panel of 3D modeling workspace, we have another modeling space panel of section. Now, in the section, we can create a section of a particular 3D model. With the help of this option, you are allowed to use it to construct a sectional views of particular 3D model. So in the section, there are 3 types. There are total 5 types of the section available. First is a live section, as you can see with the help of the image. With the help of this option, you can create a live section of a 3D model, add job. With the help of this option, you can create a section at different lengths. So this command allows you to add a job on a section on the section object. And with the help of this object, you can create your section at a different length. Generate section. With the help of this section, you can create a section with the help of a plane. Flat shot. Flat shot is basically a sectional view of a 3D model. It's basically a 2D representation of a 3D object. Extract edges. With the help of this edges, you can extract the edges of your 3D model. Now in the coordinate tab, panel, you are having some tools which are related to the UCS and the WCS options, like show UCS to the origin, so UCS icon to the at origin, so UCS icon, hide UCS icon. So UCS is the universal coordinate system. With the help of this option, you are allowed to use the different UCS icon on the tab. Another command is UCS icon properties. UCS, simple UCS, UCS named UCS, and the UCS world UCS options. Another command which is related to the UCS X, Y, and the Z rotation. UCS previous, origin, UCS Z axis vector, and 3-point UCS. Another command is UCS with the help of the view, with the help of the object, and UCS with the help of the faces. Another last command is the world command. With the help of this, you can change your UCS accordingly to the top, bottom, left, right, front, and the back view. And in the view panel of your 2D model, 3D model, you can change your view to the different visual style. So first one is a 2D wireframe. So with the help of this, you can create a 2D wireframe of your object. Second one is the conceptual. With the help of this object option, you can convert your idea into conceptual visual style. Second one is the hidden one. Hidden one, with the help of this, you can create your visual style in the form of a hidden template. Fourth one is the realistic. Fifth is a shaded one. Another one is a shaded with the edges. This thing we have already discussed in the 2D drawing also. So during that we have already discussed about this thing. So but in this, the representation is not in the 2D. This representation will be completely in the form of a 3D. So another one will be the shades of gray, sketchy, wireframe, and last is the X-ray. So as you can open the visual style manager also, you can change the setting of any visual style. Like if you want to change the face settings, if you want to change the sketchy settings, if you want to change the wireframe setting, you can change it here. There are certain options available in the settings. Face style, you can change the face setting, you can change the lighting options, and environmental settings and edge settings are available. With the help of this, and certain options which are related to the occluded edges, intersection edges, fill out edges, and the edge modifiers you can change with the help of this. The more you get into the usual practice of your AutoCAD, the more you get the freedom to change your settings. So we will close this one and we will move to the another option of the view panel. So this is a complete new unsaved view and view panel. With the help of this, you can change your view from top, bottom, left, right, front, back, southwest isometric, southeast isometric, northeast isometric, northwest isometric. Okay, and there is a single viewport option, single viewport, or the multiple viewport. If you go to the multiple viewport option, you will see you can you are having different viewports options available in your AutoCAD. If you want to go back to the single viewport, you can just click on the single viewport option and click on the top view. You will see the top view of your 2D, 2D view. The selection panel, you are having the culling object, no filter option, vertex, edge, face, solid history, drawing view component. So there are certain options available. Layer option is somewhat similar to the 2D model. Group option is similar, and these are options are similar to the 2D modeling. Now what we will do, we will dig more deeper into the 3D modeling with the help of a particular example. We will see, and let's explore 3D modeling workspace in a much more broader aspect. Okay, so in order to do that, first of all, what we have to do, we should select Southeast isometric. Southeast isometric, basically I'm using just in order to bring my right hand side of the image to the right hand side of my hand, my human perspective nature. So in order to do that, it's better I should choose the Southeast isometric. So see, the right hand of the image, right hand of my image will directly come to my right hand side of my my human behavior. On the left hand side will completely go on the left side of the understanding. Now I have to now I should select one option called as a UCS icon. I don't want this XYZ icon into this UCS icon. I just click on no region. So I don't want this XYZ option to be seen on the in front of my screen. So what I will do now, I will create one rectangle with the help of a line. I just check ortho option on. This is my line. Let us suppose I will give 400. Okay, and this should be 600. And now with the help of this, I will click on this. So this is created something else. So I will do one thing. I will create a line again from this to 400. I think ortho is off. Again, ortho is on. This is on. This is to 400. Enter. This is 600. Enter. This is 400. Enter. And now it is closed. And this is my rectangle. So I just wanted you guys to understand the basics of a 3D modeling. So in order to do that, first I am creating a 2D model of a rectangle with the help of a line command. So what I will do now, with the help of a press pull command, I just want you to understand like what are the basics of a 3D modeling. So I am going in the direction with the help of a command which will guide you in the basics of 3D modeling. So first press pull. So what I will do, I will click in the center of this and create a 3D representation of my rectangle. I just give it a value of 150 in the. So this is a 2D wireframe representation of my rectangle. Now again, I will go into that SE isometric. So it will create it in this way. So what I will do, I will just go from 2D wireframe spaces to the 3D shaded with edges. If you want to understand the basic differences between these options, I will do one thing. I will Southeast isometric. Okay, shaded with edges means your part will be shaded, and you are able to see the edges completely. You see, when you are hovering over your part, you are able to see your edges. First one is a 2D wireframe. This is a 2D wireframe option. Second one is the conceptual. You can see the conceptual view of your 3D model. Third one is the hidden. You can see the hidden, but you will not be able to see the edges which are behind. The edges which are on the back side of your plane, you won't be able to see them clearly. So this is the drawback of your of this option. Hidden, then there is a one option called as a realistic. This is a realistic. It simply means like if you want to experience your part in the realistic form, you can use it with the help of this option, realistic. And there is another option called as a shaded. This shaded option will not give you the presence of your edges, so you will not be able to see the edge until you are not hovering over it. If you are just keeping your cursor away, you won't be able to see your edges until unless you are shading your part with the edges. Now your part is shading with the edges, so edges you can easily see with the help of a white color. Okay, then shades of gray. Your part will be completely shaded with gray, and your edges will be completely seen in the white color. Sketchy, this is kind of a sketchy. You can see the lines are drawn in such a way that you are sketching your part onto something. Okay, then after that, sketchy, there are two other options available. This is a wireframe. This is also kind of a wireframe, but this is not a 2D wireframe. This is a 3D wireframe. First option is a 2D wireframe. 2D wireframe is this. 3D wireframe is this. This is your representation of the 3D wireframe. And the last option is X-ray. So this is X-ray. So it gives you the orientation in X-ray style. If you want to switch off your grid, you can switch off your grid, and you can just have a visual style of this. And if you guys are wondering how I am rotating this block, you just have to do one thing. You connect your mouse and click on the scroll option, scroll key. Click on your scroll key and shift key, shift and the scroll. Click them together, and you will be able to see your objects in a three-dimensional space, and you are able to rotate them as you want. And you can do one thing. If you want to orbit it, you can orbit with the help of this command. Orbit, and click on the left click. In this case, you don't have to use your shift key in this particular case, because you are using a notification panel. You can just click on this, escape, and your option will be gone. South is asymmetric means south is asymmetric again. Now what I want to do, I want to create a hole on this part. Okay, I want to create a rectangular hole. What I will do, I will create a rectangle here. I will choose a rectangular option. With the help of the rectangular option, I just want to create a rectangular hole here. This is a rectangular hole, and I will do one thing. I will click on the press tool command and click on this. Click inside of your rectangle. If you are going above of your rectangular cuboid, then it will create it will add extra material. See, it will add extra material. But if you want to delete something if you want to delete, create a whole kind of stuff, then you have to create another rectangle here. Go to the press pull option, click on the inside of your rectangle, and go down. As you can see, the hole is created. This hole is created. Okay. Let us suppose if you want to create some kind of a circular hole, then you can click on the circular profile. Take a center with the help of this radius. Sorry, not a radius, with the help of this edge. This edge will guide you to because your object snapping is on. Object snapping is on, and your extension should be on. So if your extension is on, it means you are going from this side to this side with the help of guiding through this line, and you can take a center with the help of this. Let us suppose 25. Let's pull it, and you can click on this. If you are going above in the Z direction, in the positive Z direction, it means you are adding the material. You are creating a shaft. Let us suppose if you are adding the material, you are adding the material. Now just change my view from X-ray to the shaded with edges. You can see the clear difference. Okay. Now let us suppose if you want to create some shaft on this. not creating the shaft, just wanting to remove the material. So you can do one thing, you can create a circle here. Let us suppose 30. Press pull it. So click on the center and go to the downside. Your rectangle, your circular hole will be created, as you can see. Okay. In this way, you can create a 3D part with the help of a well, and as soon as much you can rotate, but your right side AutoCAD will always remember. It simply means that if you are at this particular location, the moment you click on the south is isometric, it will automatically come in this way, because your right is completely on the right hand side of your human perspective. Your left side is completely on the left side of your human perspective, because you are seeing your part from this side. Your left hand side is on this side, right hand side is on this side. Okay, so AutoCAD will always remember this. AutoCAD will never forget this. Okay. In the same way, if you want to create something on the back of it, you just go through it, click on something, click on rectangle here, press pull it, and add the material. In the similar way, if you want to create a circular hole here, press pull it, create here, and you can create a shaft. If you want to come back to the location, Southeast isometric will help you. Okay. Now, this is people will think like selection of this plane and selection of this plane, selection of top and the bottom plane is easy because it's completely easier that they are in front of me. It's completely easier to draw on these planes. But if you want to draw something on this particular plane or on this particular plane, then on what basis you are going to do that? How will you going to do that? So in order to do that, what you will do, you just click on this. This is your right? So you just click on the right side. So right side means, or you can do one thing, you can just keep this is as a SE isometric and you just click this on the right hand side. See, this is automatically on the right hand side. If you undo it, see, you can go from this side. You just wanted to make something on this particular plane, you can just click on the right hand side. It will not change the orientation. But if you go from this particular option, you will change the orientation and it will move the entire part in the right direction. Okay, so I don't want it to happen. I will do one thing. I will just create something on this particular, like I want to create some kind of a small ellipse here. Okay, now you want to make a shaft with the help of this, so you can increase this. We are able to make this happen. Even if you want to make a small circle on this top of it, you don't have to change the orientation. You just have to keep it as it is. You just have to change the orientation. No, you just have to keep it as it is. Make a circle here. Increase this press pull command. Use the press pull command and increase it as much as possible. And if you want to create some kind of a shaft here, again you have to come back to the right plane. Just check your Z-axis should be in line with the plane on which you are making something. This is the circle. This is the center of the circle. Now, if you want to make some kind of a hole here, you just go back. You will create a hole. This is not a through hole. This is just a This is not a through hole. This is only up to this particular point. This is with the help of wireframe option. You can see it. This is not a through hole. This is only up to this particular point. Okay, so I just come back to the shaded with the edges option, and now let us suppose if you want to make something on this particular plane. So what you will do, you will just click on this and make it to the which plane is this? This plane is definitely, this is right, this is left, this is front. This should be front. See, Z-axis is now completely on this side. You can do one thing, you can click your grid on. With the help of grid, it's easier to understand because grid will orient accordingly. If it is on the right side, grid will orient accordingly. Grid will come on the right side. If it is on the front side, grid will come on the front side. And the moment it come on the front side, you just click on the grid off option and then click on the rectangle. I just want to create some kind of a rectangle here, and with the help of this, I wanted to make some drawing on this particular surface. So just click it. Okay. Even you can do one thing. You can, if you want to make something of like 50. And this should be like this is inside. If it is going inside, it should not go more than that. It should go 50. Enter. So this hole is created. This is rectangular hole is created. See, in this way you can do it. If you want to create some hole over here, you can create a rectangle over here. Press pull it. Go to the length till here. See, as you can see, your hole is created here. This is a kind of a 3D model with the help of which you can make it. Even you can make it here also. It's not at all an issue. This is just for your pictorial representation. Like with the help of this, you can create something in 3D. You can do one more thing. Like if you want to create something like let us suppose if you are making something here. This is a rectangle. Okay. This is not your rectangle. Actually, I have to change the orientation to SCI isometric. So this should be world. Okay. And now it is, this is a rectangle. Let us suppose this is a rectangle if you want to create. Okay. And let's pull it. This one to bigger one. And if you want to put this particular plane on the here, then what you will do, you can just do one thing. You can 3D move. Because 3D move, select the object. This object I want to move. Enter. Specify the base point. This base point should come here. Select the object. Enter. And you can move it with the help of your select your object. Enter. Specify the okay. In this particular way, you can do. You can collect on this point. Select the object. Enter. This point to this point. Okay, we want to now this is of no use to us. So you can do one thing, you can erase an object. This erasing, enter. But the when you click on this object and this object together, you can see that these two parts are together. These two parts are not combined together. What you will do, as I already told you, there is an option called as a solid union command. With the help of this union command, you can do one thing. You can join these parts together. So what you will do, select union command, select the object. This is your first object and this is your second object. Enter. You can see these two parts are combined together. Now you can see if you click on this, your pipes are combined together. Now there is one more problem which I am facing right now. This part is not combined to this part. Yes, these two parts are not combined together. So what I have to do in this particular case, what I have to do is select this part, select this part, and enter. Now these two are combined. Now you can see your entire part is complete. So this is our 3D modeling aspect of sorry. Okay. So with the help of the modify commands, we have done 3D move, 2D move with this 2D rotate, and the scaling we have already discussed. Is a command I already told you. If you want to delete something with the help of this 3D align, we'll see in the next class. And we'll see the fillet and the chamfer option. Fillet and the chamfer option, what exactly they allow us to give. Select the first object. This is our first object. This is your fillet. Fillet radius is suppose 15. Enter. Select an edge. Again, you have to select the same edge. This is a 15 mm fillet created at this particular point. As you can see, this fillet is over now. But you can see there is some kind of a sketch available here. So what you have to do, you can just click on this erase, and you can erase this and press enter. You can delete it. In this way, you can create a fillet on the surface. And what about the chamfer? You can create a chamfer with the help of this. Like again, we can go to the chamfer option. Select the first line. This is my first line. Let us suppose this is my first line. Enter surface selection option. OK. Select the base surface. This is my base surface. Chamfer distance. Specify the second point. This point. Select an edge. Again, you have to select the same edge. Chamfer. This is my chamfer created on the top surface. This way you can see chamfer inserted we have created on the part. Similarly, if you want to create a chamfer on this particular surface, you can create here. Enter. Select an edge, this point, enter. This is its chamfer created in the 3D model. With the help of these options, you are able to create chamfers on your part. If you want to create a fillet because this is creating a sharp corner here. So if you want to create a fillet here, what you have to do, you can just have to go to the fillet option, click on this particular edge, enter. See, you are able to create a fillet here because this is totally avoided in such kind of parts because it creates some kind of a stress concentration on these end points. So it's better to provide some kind of a fillet. Even it's better to provide the fillet here also. So in order to do that, just click here, enter. And in order to avoid one more thing, one more stress concentration point, you have to provide the stresses here also. is the option. Yeah. So if you want to save, you can save your part here with the help of the save as option. Some edges selected here. Okay. Now we have to change back to the SI isometric. So this is our 3D part which we have created with the help of a 3D model, with the help of the AutoCAD. Now you can change back to this grid on. Grid on is no needed, so auto off. Yes. You can save this part with the help of the save as option. You can click on the save. Let us suppose if I want to save this part to the desktop, you can create it with the help of the PC on the desktop, drawing W1G, and what kind of format you are having. 2018 AutoCAD format you are having, 2013, 10, 2007, 4, 2000, and R14 before one. DWG formats are available in this format, and there are certain DXF formats are also available. You can save in the DXF formats also, but I'm just saving in the 2018 drawing with the today's date, 21/05/2023. I press enter. It is saved now. If I want to open it, I just go to the open and you just click on this drawing and open. See, it is open now. You just click on this and come back to the parent file. See, with the help of the selection plane, you can create some kind of a section here. And with the help of this, you can create your section. Okay. So in this way, you can have your section planes. Okay, so we will be closing this session for today. Thank you so much for your time. Please take care. Have a good day.